NECN studios. Up-to-the-minute business news from New England and the world. This is NECN Business.
Tonight on NECN Business, a warning for anybody who uses the internet. So that means a warning for everybody, more or less. Microsoft is warning users of the popular Internet Explorer browser about a security gap. It could allow a hacker to take control of your computer if you click on a link to a malicious website. Microsoft is working on a fix, but this affects versions 6 through 11 of Internet Explorer. And in the meantime, AOL is also reporting a security breach that may have exposed email addresses, passwords, and security question answers. Your mother's maiden name belonging to a significant number of its email users. AOL thinks that spammers use the info to send malicious emails that make it look like they came from a known sender. Joining us tonight, Bentley University professor, author, and lawyer, resident anti-scam expert Steve Weitzman. He runs the website scamicide.com. Steve, thanks for being here.
Good to be with you.
Let's talk first about the Microsoft situation. Virtually everyone uses Internet Explorer, most people. Does switching to a Firefox solve this problem for you?
It does. It actually does, because, well, at least for the moment, because this particular threat, and it's called a zero-day threat, they just found the threat, but it's already being used. So this is something that is a real emergency. But the hackers went for, well, Internet Explorer because so many people do use it. Firefox does have perhaps a little bit better security, but they don't have the vulnerability now. So a temporary thing, even if you like Internet Explorer, is go to Firefox.
Now, there was a big news when Microsoft said they're not going to support much of those platforms anymore. Is that an issue with this?
Huge, because Windows XP, which they stopped supporting on April 8th, this is the first major breach that they are not going to help support when they find the patch. So if there are people out there, including 10% of the federal government, the Defense Department, and others who are using this, they are even more vulnerable, because when this was announced, this flaw, this really is announced to all the hackers as well. Oh, here's where we should be focusing attention. So if you're using Windows XP, don't switch now.
So we've talked about, okay, if you can get out of Windows XP, do it. If you can switch to a Firefox, do it. What else should people do? One
of the big things here is, and this is going to be tied with AOL's breach, because AOL's breach is one where they've got your names. You're going to be getting emails that appear to be innocuous from friends with links. You never ever click on a link or download an attachment unless you know it's secure, because these problems, these flaws, these viruses and malware only get onto your computer if you click and download them.
Yeah, and I've had that happen. Both had emails from friends that turned out not to be true, had friends contact me, hey, I think you were hacked. So the best way is confirm, confirm, confirm.
Yes, and even then, unfortunately, what can happen is you can confirm with your friend who doesn't realize that he's passing on a tainted link. But, you know, at some point, you just do the best you can.
Who's benefiting, if you want to put it that way? What hackers, what do they get out of this? Who gets what out of this stuff going on?
The biggest thing is some of it is spam, and some of the spammers, and that's the least of it, for the number of clicks they get paid for advertising. But the real threat, the real serious threat, and this is one that this Internet Explorer problem absolutely exploits, is keystroke logging malware, where they can take over your computer. They can both use it to send out botnets and zombie email, but more than that, they can steal all of your credit card information, any personal information that's on your computer, make you a victim of identity theft with all kinds of serious repercussions.
So do they then take that information and sell it? Do they sell the software to do the hacking? Where's the money in this?
All of the above. You will have, as the situation with Target, there was a Russian hacker. I believe he sold the program for only like $6,000. So there are black markets on which they will sell the software for it. There are others that will then use that to get millions of pieces, and then they will either use it themselves or sell that on black market. So it really is all of the above for international criminals.
All right, Steve Weitzman, scamicide.com. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.